This is Unknown and Uncloned on the Undetermined Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to Unknown and Uncloned, where we delve into pop culture and all art forms and beyond. I'm your host, Rich, along with the other hosts,
Julian Wilson and
Lou Christie.
yes,
That's right. We are part of the Undetermined Podcast Network, which you can follow at
you can follow the Undetermined Network on other platforms at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at the UD Network. And if you want to follow us, then you can follow us at UAU Podcast on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook at UAU TUDPN.
That's right. All those social media handles. It's pretty fast. If you didn't get it, rewind, write it down.
And we'll post it in the description. So
That's right. So today's a special episode.
today's a super episode.
Yes,
Just
it is.
saying.
Okay.
If you couldn't already tell, we are hyped. Secondly, this episode is about Dragon Ball Z,
Yes.
which pretty much everybody knows, damn it. I mean, it's so popular.
Yeah. Dragon Ball.
One
Dragon
way
Ball
or
Z,
the other. You have to know what Dragon Ball Z is.
Exactly.
Dragon Ball GT, non-canon. Dragon Ball Super.
I am going to... I'm getting emotional right now. 'Cause that show...
Shala. Okay.
I'm getting emotional now because this show is one of the staples of my childhood.
Agreed.
And it's the same way for many people. Obviously, for Julie and Lewis, even my brother. It's the kind of show that has existed for so long, it even is able to bridge the generational gap between certain fans.
Mm-hmm. Sam, my brother, big fan. I'm wearing the DBZ shirt right now.
Yes, you
Goku
are.
versus Vegeta.
And I have to give like the real technical definition to really give it the respect it deserves. All
Dragon
right.
Ball Z's in the encyclopedia.
Dragon Ball Z is an anime. An anime is a Japanese animation series. And Dragon Ball Z in particular is about an alien named Kakarot. He was the last survivor of his race, the Saiyan race, and he landed on Earth where he was able to carry out a normal life until he realized, the existence of his abilities, of enemies, of his own purpose.
And other Saiyans of the few that survived.
Exactly. And this series, it started out originally as Dragon Ball,
Yes.
which followed Kakarot in his early years as a child, and in which he was given a different name on Earth, Goku.
Mm-hmm.
And then that series evolved into Dragon Ball Z, his adventures as an adult. And then there are multiple other series that continue after Z, such as Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super.
Yes, which is the ongoing one right now. That's the one that's currently that brought back the Dragon Ball hype.
Yeah.
And of course with that, video games and movies and
Yeah,
The rest.
all the movies. Like, there's a ton of them.
oh yeah.
And of course, the games.
Of course.
Exactly. I mean,
One in particular, Dragon Ball FighterZ,
that's right. You
which
see,
premiered at E3 this year.
that's right.
23 awards, the most that any Dragon Ball Z game has got.
I mean, at E3, at the legendary gaming convention that is E3, to get 23 awards at all is outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding. And Dragon Ball Z is known for its amazing action and characters.
The voice acting, the fights.
Mm-hmm. And in response to the gameplay that was released, in response to the footage of Dragon Ball FighterZ, we had to make this episode.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
We have to.
we
Yeah.
had to.
We had no choice.
Like, Dragon Ball Z, it's so much more than just a series about... It's so much more than just some action series.
It's part of the culture now.
Yeah.
It's part of the culture.
It brought Japanese animation to such a popular level in America I mean, it's like it is probably the most well-known anime other than Pokemon.
Other than Pokemon, One Piece, Naruto,
Yeah, those.
etc.
Yeah. I mean, and of course when I say that, I'm referring to America specifically.
Right.
Because in Japan, like One Piece, for example, is
Right.
probably just as popular. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a theme park dedicated to that.
There's also
Very popular.
an interactional thing or a theme park thing dedicated to Attack on Titan, another popular anime, which is now season 2 and everything.
Yeah.
Crazy popular, but
Yeah. And Dragon Ball Z, it's, to say the least, it is awesome. And one of the things, and one of the concepts that we've seen referenced in our culture, the concept of a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, used everywhere in lyrics,
yes,
everyday talk. Like, I'm going Super Saiyan.
Exactly.
I'm going Super Saiyan. I've done it in my lyrics. I have no shame. I've actually written a couple DBZ raps, but you can find online. But
Definitely check
I'll put
them
them
out,
plugs.
guys.
I will put them plugs for that later
should.
on.
You should.
For one of them, not the first one. The first one's not that good. Okay.
And and that term, it's basically means going ham. No, more than that, because you see, going Super Saiyan, it's more than just like a power up that the main character Goku had. It's more than that. It's overcoming your own limits. It's becoming something you thought you couldn't.
Yes.
It's evolving.
Yes.
In a way. And if you say, yo, I'm going Super Saiyan, whatever activity you are doing, if you use that phrase, it means you are
about
going
to surpass what you thought your limits were.
Exactly. You are
And
trying.
you're gonna do it with pride.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean,
Man, we could go on, man.
we could really go on. We could really go on forever. I mean, like the stories and the villains that Dragon Ball Z has created, from people like Frieza and Boo,
And Cell.
yes, to villains like Cell who represent vanity and hubris and things like that. There's just it's created its own little pocket of nerd culture, if you will, for lack of a better term, in which people can just unite with their love of the entire universe that
Yes.
Akira Toriyama has created.
It's great. It brings people together.
Yeah.
It has.
Like, you don't know a bunch of guys, and as soon as they're talking about Dragon Ball Z,
You're like,
and you're like, oh, I know that part. Yeah, that part was
right.
stupid.
Yo, I know Piccolo. I know Vegeta. I know Trunks.
all the characters. It's just it's a world that we've fallen in love with as kids, and it's even had an influence in terms of fitness.
Yes.
And what I mean is this: now the characters, typically in anime, this is a trend that was more so popular in 80s and 90s anime. Characters that were extremely muscular,
Right.
such as in Dragon Ball Z and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Animes
Definitely JoJo's Bizarre.
yeah, that portrayed characters who are at peak physical fitness, some who are in godly shape, for lack of a better term. And that trend sort of dissipated in the 2000s. Now characters have more of like a lean design.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, it's gotten
Yeah,
to the
like Dura-Ra-Ra or something.
exactly. And what I'm saying is, it's gotten to the point where people will aspire to be at the level of these characters, like with fitness.
Yes.
I mean, me and my brother will often joke, like if we go to the gym together, like I might say something like, all right, man, you're starting to look like Goku or Vegeta. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm going on the weights. I'm going Super Saiyan.
Like, listen, yo,
you know?
yo, Kaioken's not enough, man.
Push beyond what you can go.
Exactly. It's even gotten to the point, Julian, you were telling me about this, a series of bodybuilders that named themselves
Yeah.
that named themselves after some Dragon Ball Z characters.
Yeah, and like they go after like the training per se, like in the gym and stuff like that. It's really like, and of course like their diet and stuff like that, and it's crazy. They wear the shirts, and it's really cool. It's really created a subculture.
Yeah, I've even seen videos on YouTube where people will have like the title will be Dragon Ball Z workout or like Vegeta workout, and it's like this crazy workout routine inspired by this one character, and it's just you do not want to try that at home. And of course, it's gone beyond influencing fitness and slang. And Dragon Ball Z has also been very influential in the world of cosplay because of the hairstyles. The hair, and any fan knows exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
Gold spiked up hair.
Exactly.
You already know where it's from.
Even the eyes, man, got the green eyes. you know.
Exactly. It's created certain staples that you can recognize everywhere. I mean, if you're watching an anime or a series and two characters have like energy beams clashing or something like that, the first time that's been seen has been in DBZ. I'm telling you. It always looks, no matter how different you try to make it, it will always look like the way it appeared in DBZ way back then.
Yes.
Even if it's superheroes in Marvel or characters on Johnny Test, whatever.
Oh,
if they're-
speaking of that, even though this one is DC and not Marvel,
What's up?
Goku versus Superman, one of the most controversial fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be surprised of how many people I've come against, like defending, Goku and Superman. But
I think Superman would win, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. That is beside the point. Although, to be real, it's kind of a fact though. If you look at
I think it was a screw attack that did.
Yeah.
I saw the video and I was like, Goku, no.
and then that's another thing too. I'm sure you guys have noticed as I was describing Dragon Ball Z, the description was similar to Superman's story, as I'm sure you've noticed.
Yeah, very similar.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
Which also blew my mind, and like they both have become.
they both have the same color scheme too. Well, no, Goku is orange and blue.
Exactly.
Superman's red and blue. So it's whatever.
Yeah, like the supposed last of their race, coming to Earth, a savior, all these kind of things.
Yeah, living amongst humans. Growing fond of them too,
Absolutely.
and being taken care by them.
Yeah.
Goku with his grandpa Gohan, Superman with his family.
Exactly. Having different names, like different identities, like your birth identity
Right.
and this new identity you have being on this new planet, this new environment.
Right.
There really are a lot of similarities. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I never really thought about it like that between the two.
Yeah, but
That's
it is
interesting to think about.
But it is epic, to say the least. I mean, Dragon Ball Z has gotten to the point where I don't know if it'll ever end.
Yeah,
the thing-
because
yeah,
because it's an old anime.
Yeah, it's been
Old.
around
but-
for
like mid '80s old.
Yes.
Yeah, at times I forget about that.
Yeah.
And then when, we grew up in the 90s. So going throughout our lives,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z was kind of always in our face.
Yeah.
On, you
Oh.
know, Cartoon Network,
Yep.
the games. The games, if you never watched Dragon Ball Z, if you just simply play the games, you'll know everything what's going on.
Absolutely.
So Dragon Ball
Absolutely.
Z is that type of thing that it's always been in our face, no matter what. Growing up,
First Dragon Ball Z game I got was Budokai 1. I think I got that
Same.
from
Me
like
too.
Blockbuster.
same.
Not
Oh,
even, not even
Same.
GameStop, Blockbuster. I think that's what I got.
I think that was the first 3D
Yes,
Dragon Ball Z game.
It was.
That's what. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
What's up?
You're thinking of GT Final Bout, right?
I think it was it was a game in Japan for PS1. It was a GT game.
GT Final Bout, that's what it was. It had
Yeah.
10 characters.
Yeah, that game was terrible, but
But the intro was cool. The intro was dope.
the intro was cool,
was really dope.
but the game was terrible.
There was a lot of I remember there was just like this one PS1 DBZ game that I really wanted, but I mean now I don't care. But I wanted to play it. So it was like Ultimate Legends something. It was great. I played most of the DBZ games, the PC games, the Super Butoden, the Hyper Dimensions, and then Supersonic Warriors. There's so many different branches of DBZ games. You got the Budokai series, which was the first 3D series. Then you got the Budokai Tenkaichi series from Spike. Dimps did Budokai and Spike did Tenkaichi. Now you have Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Create a character, create your own Saiyan, your own human or Namekian, which is Piccolo's race, and like Frieza race character. Like, it's a lot of cool stuff. Now they have the second game of that, and now Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is a return to 2D, but it's 2.5D. So it's just like it takes elements from like every other game.
Mainly, if you guys have ever played Marvel vs. Capcom, it's very, very similar or not exactly like that.
Right. Right. Yeah, definitely. It's crazy, man.
And it's just...
I was in shock on 23 nominations, 23 awards, not even 23 awards, and it's only 20% complete.
That's the thing. The game is not even a quarter of the way done.
Right.
And it is phenomenal already. I don't even...
Pre-orders are already up. It's supposed to be released early 2018. And
That's going to break records.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
There actually is I haven't yet to watch this. I'm going to watch it probably later. But there actually is a YouTube video. And the title is, "Why is Dragon Ball FighterZ the most hyped DBZ game of all time?" That's literally the name of the title. I'm like, wow. You see, like, people are up on it, man. People are crazy about it. Even more so than past ones, which means that the popularity is probably, well, at least for the games, is more than it ever was. Well, same thing for the show because of the new show.
Exactly. That's another thing.
Yeah, it's constantly expanding. It's constantly growing, and there's more fans. And like you said, it bridged the gap between generations.
Yeah.
Especially like if you look at Marvel vs. Capcom and then look at Dragon Ball Z, it's almost kind of like, what if playing Marvel vs. Capcom, you incorporate Dragon Ball Z characters in it?
Right?
Do you think how amazing that would be? That was always a thought in my mind.
Same thing for my brother. He was like, I've always wanted a DBZ game like this because I think it would work perfectly, and like now it's here, and we're just like jaw dropping, like, wow, that's crazy. And they also another reason why a lot of people are like hyped about the game. Of course, it's not like everybody, but like a majority is hyped about the game, and it's been faithful to like the manga and the anime.
That's the thing. It's been faithful to the original source material.
Right. Literally, coding the character so that everything is right from the pages, right from the scenes.
It's created a graphical style that it looks 3D, but it also is able to take the original drawn depictions, and it's crazy how it's able to translate how from decades ago, like they've managed to recreate exactly what the artist did with a pen and paper,
right?
And now it's digitized into this extremely high quality level. It's insane.
Somebody played it and said that they literally felt like they were playing the show.
You will. It's the perfect graphical adaptation. Like the way it looks. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, man. It's so I'm very hyped.
And it's very different to what people experience playing Dragon Ball Z games.
Oh yeah.
It's not the characters on one side and the other side. It's like I don't know. It feels different.
Yes,
but it also feels it's a good different. It's
yes.
not like this is the same Dragon Ball Z game.
No. Yeah, like it's a good different. I agree with you on that. Like Budokai would be like more like sidestepping video games like Tekken or Soul Calibur. That's what Budokai would fit under. If you were like going like that type of style, 3D, all right, sidestep, dodge, stuff like that.
But I love that though,
yeah,
because it gets me. I mean, for me, it gets me more into the combat if it's like that, because it feels more like an epic confrontation. You know what I mean? Because that's how it is in like a real fight. It's like you're here, sidestep, coming from like every direction.
Right.
But the 2D style, it's also awesome.
Right.
The only problem I have with it,
it's
just My fingers get too damn sore doing those combinations down forward. It's like that with Street Fighter and BlazBlue. How a lot of
it's the
those
same
finger
thing with
combinations.
Tenkaichi also.
Yeah.
Mad combos, you know, and that can, I mean, and that could also, even though it's a different style, like it might not get as competitive as fighters, but it can get pretty competitive. You know.
I mean, but you get used to the finger stuff though. You know,
Yeah.
It's similar to playing a guitar. I guess you could say.
Right. Kind of like how you have to like learn a song. You have to learn a character. You have to learn how the character works and like learn how the combos chain, and it's crazy.
It's great. And I'm telling you, when DBZ Super came out,
oh my goodness,
it was a very emotional moment for me and my brother. Cause like up until that point, I mean, DBZ it was in this cycle of being like re-aired. Like it was on the air in the 90s.
Right.
And then they would make it like more high def and re-release it. I think there was Dragon Ball Kai, which was the uncut version.
Dragon Ball Kai, some of the changes they made to that. I mean, I'll always love the original, no matter what. But Kai, some awesome like dialogue switch ups and stuff. Like I was watching the Majin Vegeta Goku fight.
Yeah.
In Kai, and like some of the dialogue, I'm like, what?
They made it even more real.
Just as good as the original. The emotion, the power in the voice, like everything is just.
And then to have the series brought back to life with Dragon Ball Super, my goodness, it was amazing. Have you guys watched Super yet?
I actually have just been catching up on it. I was like, for like a month ago, I was like still on like episode 8. Episode 12. Now I'm up to episode 90. All right.
Wow.
I've been watching 2 episodes every day.
You're way ahead of me. I need to catch up.
What about you, Lou?
I don't know. I've been lazy. I haven't been watching, but I do have watched clips from here and there. I see some fights on Facebook.
Yeah.
It does look awesome though.
Yeah. You should watch it.
The fights are awesome.
You should watch it, man. I'm telling you.
You should binge watch it one day. And actually, it's crazy because they're going in like a new direction where they're making it more of like they're showing you more and more character development. They're implementing more humor in like a smart way, almost sort of like tapered to American audiences.
You're right.
And it's just like they're taking different steps with the writing, and it's just
I believe there's another Dragon Ball Z series somewhere.
Dragon Ball GT.
No.
Other than that?
No, it involves a girl going Super Saiyan.
No, I think it's in Super. It's a new character.
That's in Super.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
You gotta watch the show, man.
My
Yeah,
bad.
man.
See, I'm not even up to that part yet.
Oh, I saw that on.
No, I've seen pictures.
I've seen pictures too, but I'm like, yo, who the hell? And I was just like, and my brother's like, yo, you gotta watch, man. I'm like, I'm trying. I was like, I'm trying, and then I did, and I was like, all right, well, this is cool. And I'm very close to that part. So I'm like, kind of like, oh, what is this? It hypes you up, man.
That's another thing. It's awesome. It's awesome how they are evolving in that way. Because I mean, it was like the way the series was originally. Males were the dominant characters, and there were female characters who were awesome, of course.
Yeah, very strong,
but not many, to be honest. It wasn't many. Now, however, they are changing that.
Yeah.
It's, oh my goodness.
And now there's a Dragon Ball show and like literally like a lot of generational animation styles.
Yeah.
Super being like the new type of animation, like the new type of animation. Dragon Ball Z being the classic hand-drawn, and then Dragon Ball being like, the OG, like, it's crazy. And one thing about Super, though, that I love, some of the flashbacks, they have the new animation, but most of the flashbacks they actually take from the previous shows.
Yeah.
So it brings back that nostalgia factor, like, instantly. I'm like, wow, they actually used the original scene. It's great. I love that.
I know.
However,
what's up?
Along with the amazingness that comes with Dragon Ball Z, there are the constant disappointments.
The
disappointments. I'm not talking about GT. That's a different story. Even though,
gracious. I like it for what it was, but it wasn't like
the horrible monstrosity, the irritatable
Oh,
I don't even know if
God.
that's a word.
The irritable.
Yes.
Irritatable.
I just made a new word.
Oh no.
But Dragon Ball Z Revolution.
No, I think it was Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, it was Dragon
you
Ball
know what?
Evolution. It was a revolution of ridiculousness of how I didn't even see. I will not. Okay, I'll watch it maybe like to laugh.
It is terrible.
I'm
guys.
sorry.
I couldn't. I'm
speaking of-
sorry.
They didn't get no ridiculous hairstyle right in that movie.
As a fan,
If that's your first Dragon Ball Z movie, I'm sorry. It's just it's very inaccurate to the actual series, and it's actually kind of laughable.
You know they made a PSP game of that movie, right?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. They made a
Oh,
PSP game of
yes.
Dragon Ball Evolution, and they did it in the Budokai style.
Oh my!
Okay,
I just
you know
got
what?
mad because I didn't know that.
I guarantee it's like $2 now. But like, I guarantee it's probably less than that. But I mean, the thing, and it has. It's just I don't know who is in charge of it, but like, it's not the actor's fault.
It's
Like-
not the actor's fault.
Like
no.
Justin Chatwin is a good actor. I've seen him in other
Yes.
things, but the direction he was given in terms of the script and there are these other and there's the plot line and certain things they change. It's just
Piccolo wasn't
I
wasn't
couldn't
even
finish
green, man. Piccolo was not even. I don't think Piccolo was even in that movie.
I didn't even finish it, honestly. I started watching it and I have rarely do I not finish a movie.
Well, I know. Well, since I didn't see it, I'm forcing you to watch it with me, both of you. All right. So now you have no choice.
I'm gonna cry.
That's gonna have to be a drinking game because I cannot. YOLO.
That movie's atrocious, guys. Don't watch it. That's a very bad.
I'm gonna force these two to watch it with me, but you guys don't watch it.
I mean, the thing is, it's like
Well, Dragon Ball is certainly evolving now. All right, without Dragon Ball Evolution, it's evolving very well without it.
painful. And as a fan, painful. Because when you take something that you grew
Or
up with,
cringe-worthy.
yeah, and when you reboot it in that way, it's just no. No is the only thing I can say. Only thing I can say. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry. I know that money went into that movie. I know that people worked hard, but
I guess you gave it a rating of Z, as in like the lowest in the alphabet. You know what I'm saying?
wow, I would not A, not a
Or
B
Z
minus.
for zero. All right.
Exactly. Exactly.
I have to. Look, there has to be a Julian pun in every UAU episode. So, just saying.
Or maybe ZZZ because he was sleeping during that movie.
Basically.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Damn.
And then, of course, I think the last thing I want to bring up, which we got to ask that question. Who is your favorite character?
Vegeta.
Damn, you didn't even let me finish the question.
The Vegeta, man. Vegeta's GOAT.
I have multiple favorite characters.
So do I. But you have to pick one. No, you have to pick one.
Just one? Oh, man.
Vegeta's mine. All time. Vegeta. Done. One and done.
Yeah, I kind of have to say Vegeta.
Yes!
Too. Yeah, because Vegeta, I don't know what were the writers thinking. It's just sad that he always got his butt kicked in like every, like when you think he's gonna do something, he gets whipped.
But I think that made him more likable, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, because especially when going towards the Buu saga, how
Spoiler alert, that's the last saga of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
yes, especially how he became like more humble. Not humble, but he has a lot more humility.
Exactly. Like you see so much development with his character. Like
He
you
has-
really see him grow.
Honestly, I think in all anime, Vegeta is he has some of the best character development
He is.
ever.
He goes from being a pompous, douche, privileged prince
Yes. Oh.
to being a humbled, loving father. And it's an evolution that goes over the course of seasons.
But like, even when he was going through all that, I loved it.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
I think his voice actor really.
Oh, Chris Sabat. Amazing.
His voice actor really brought out the personality in Vegeta. I think he's probably one of the most recognizable voices in all of anime.
Exactly.
I lived by my strength alone, uninhibited by foolish emotion.
Oh wow, that was pretty damn good.
Thank you.
Well, you know what?
Kakarot, I will be the one to beat
Rich,
up?
what's your favorite character?
I'm gonna have to say
Bro, you better not say Great Saiyan Man, or else I'm coming for you.
Oh my gosh.
close, pretty much.
What?
Gohan.
Okay. All right, fine.
Gohan is
all right,
yeah,
Gohan's cool. Yeah.
because he's just, and really it's partly because it's mainly because I feel like I identify with his character
Mm-hmm.
because after all the struggles he went through in youth. Now, not saying that my youth was some crazy train ride, but
Right.
I'm just saying after having to become a fighter and a warrior so early on, like later in the Z series, he chooses a simple life.
Yes.
He's like, I'm just chilling. I'll be a superhero on the side.
Yeah.
I want to go to school. I want to have a girlfriend. I just want to relax. And like, I identify with that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, that peace is all you need, man.
Yeah, he wanted serenity over chaos, and always being forced to fight and be like, all right, here we go again. Like he finally decided to slow down.
Exactly.
But then Great Saiyan Man.
Became a superhero.
Oh my god. Hey, speaking of superheroes, there we go.
Imagine if he had his own series. Because you know how there's like the Flash. Imagine just it's not even Great Saiyan Man.
It's funny you say that. Watch Super.
Okay.
You'll
I'm sure there's gonna be. I feel like I already have an idea of what you're gonna say,
Yeah.
but that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Imagine.
The laugh fest that I endured when I was watching that, I was like, what?
Saiyan Man, rated R.
Can I just say one thing?
What's up?
It's about Yamcha.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing about Yamcha?
Yams?
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh no.
Okay, spoiler alert. When the Cybermen killed Yamcha in Dragon Ball Z, and that pose of him in the dirt, it comes back in Super.
The memes.
It comes back in Super. It comes back. I was crying when I saw that. It comes back in Super, and it has to do with baseball. It comes back in
Oh
Super.
no.
The memes. Only the fans understand this, which is fine because this episode is mainly intended for the fans anyway.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, and the humor, the laughs I've had with that series, like some of the characters are some of the most unforgettable.
I still go through that with Super. They still have. Actually,
They do.
Super is even more humorous.
It is. It's actually even funnier.
Speaking about unforgettable,
What's up?
do you remember a character that literally was unforgettable? Do you, Julian?
Broly?
No. Literally, this character is unforgettable. No, this character was forgettable because...
Chaozu?
No.
Garlic Jr.?
No,
There's so many characters, man. You gotta be more specific.
do you remember the character Launch?
Oh, no. Achoo! Does that answer your question?
Yes. Yes.
Launch was like a, for lack of better terms, bipolar girl who would sneeze and become someone different.
Actually, it was even more than bipolar. It was honestly, I think it was on like a level of multiple personalities.
Yeah, she would be this sweet, kind, gentle girl, and then and then just like, oh, I hate everything. I'm gonna kill you. Like,
she'd become a complete.
and she had a crush on Tien Shinhan. Tien.
But literally, she's kind of forgettable because she actually was left out the writing. Yeah.
Wait, intentionally, right?
Yeah. No. She was literally forgotten. Like they just forgot to put her in the writing. Because if you watch the series and notice you don't see her anymore, literally that's the reason. They just forgot to put her back in the show. So
Oh my god. There's another thing they forgot. They let slip in this time related to Super, and I was just like, oh my gosh, really? And
Is
it
it
has
spoiler?
to do, yeah, so I'm not saying it.
Okay.
But I was tight. I was like, come on, man. I was glad of the basis for what was happening. But that one thing, I was like, come on. It would be such a simple fix. And I was like, whatever. So Super does have those moments too, but it's launched. They launched her somewhere else. They just completely launched her somewhere else.
it was actually pretty funny because I didn't know that until it was brought up to me. I'm like, you're right. What happened? So
Oh my God.
they completely forgot to put her in the writing.
Wow.
Because if you notice when you're watching it, and I was watching it, and I was noticing like, I haven't seen Launch in a while. What happened with her? And I looked it up. I'm like, oh, they forgot to put her in the writing. I'm like, what?
Savage. Savagery right now.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe she was just too busy eating her lunch. Oh, sorry, that was bad.
Stop it.
Stop that.
What do you guys think is gonna happen when FighterZ launches?
Was that a pun?
No. Oh God, I didn't even realize.
Launch is going to be distributing fighters. That's what she's doing. She's now a representative for Bandai Namco.
I'm telling you, this game is going to break records. It's going to.
It's already broken records. That's the crazy part.
It's like
just with the awards alone. I'm like, yo, come on, like that's crazy.
It's just like every few years something happens to put DBZ back on the map. But this is going to be even more significant.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to really endure. Because
it's entering the world of esports now, which is like
exactly
gaming and like
which is never done before.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, and that's another episode I want to do.
Yeah,
I want to do esports.
Oh yeah,
it's something that because esports are something that I had no idea would exist. Really, it's one of those unexpected things. But there are competitive gaming leagues out there where people do get paid to kick butt in video games.
That's right.
But I'm telling you, I could talk about DBZ for literally 12 hours straight.
Same.
I'm gonna have to cut myself short now, honestly, because I will not stop. But do you guys have any final notes you want to mention about the series or how it's affected you and your growth or whatnot?
It's just been a part of my life in all ways. Just
agreed.
It's just I see it everywhere. Facebook, there's fighting scenes. Say, oh, remember this fight, and I remember that fight. I'm like, wow, that was a great time.
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of agitating moments.
Yes.
Like that could have probably ended faster, but it was still like an amazing part. Gohan versus Cell, Goku versus Vegeta.
Both fights of Goku.
Yeah, and Goku versus Frieza. And all that. No, you just those fights just stick with you. Even
like introduction moments, Future Trunks introduction, boss, the Broly movie. I mean, for those who Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, he had 3 movies made for him, 3 separate Dragon Ball Z movies made for him. He was the most popular fan favorite villain.
But one of those movies we should not talk about.
No, of course not.
I didn't want to say it's literally the only DBZ movie that I have not seen.
Come on, you have to see. You have to suffer through it. You have to. It's not even like okay.
You know which one?
Come on. You have to see it.
I know.
You have to see it.
All right.
Nothing. It's not Dragon Ball. It's not Dragon Ball Evolution. Even though I'm making you watch it again anyway.
Oh no.
So it doesn't matter. But yes, you have to see it.
Yeah. Oh,
oh yeah, that movie we were talking about was Bio Broly.
Bio Broly.
Which is yeah.
Made by BioWare. I'm kidding.
All the fans know exactly where that grunt comes from. That collective sigh of just.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of though, quick plug. Another popular DBZ game, mobile game, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.
Oh yeah.
It's a card game, but it's a card-based like touch screen type game. It's very very fun. Millions of players, millions, and I'm like, wow. So and that's going strong too because now they're releasing very popular characters like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and they just have recently in the Japanese version of the game. I think they just recently had the Bio Broly.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Your cheese is crust, man.
Oh my God.
DBZ. It will always endure. And for me, I guess I learned a lot from the characters, from their struggles of having to become heroes in unlikely situations, of having to fight unspeakable odds, of still being determined, of still being a family. there are a lot of lessons to be learned in that show.
Mm-hmm.
And
Even though I still stand by my words, that I'll let you finish and then I'll jump in.
Yeah. It's something that will stay with me forever, and I'm just very thankful that it exists.
Oh, me too.
Exists.
Me too. Now I'm gonna jump in real quick. On a past episode, ironically enough, it was the superhero episode. All right, I said that Goku was one of the worst dads ever.
Yes.
And I still no. Okay, he has a lot of faults as a father. Just for, spoiler alert. Goku dies during the fight against Cell. He asks not to be wished back with the Dragon Balls, which allow the dead to come back to life, so he can just train for like the rest of his life. I'm like, yo, you have a kid and a wife, and you say, "Oh, don't wish me back." What?
Don't worry, they got Piccolo.
Oh my! Right, Piccolo. Yes, Piccolo. Gohan's other father.
The real father.
Yeah, for his real father. Yeah, exactly.
Mori.
You are not the father.
Oh, that's excellent. Oh my! Wait, I want to see if I can do a Goku voice. Hold on. Give me something to say in Goku's voice real quick to close out this episode.
I want pancakes.
Peace out, guys. I don't know.
All right, guys. No. All right, guys. Peace out. No, I can't. It's hard.
Pancakes. I don't know.
No. All right, guys. This has been you. God, I can't do it. His voice is like so like.
No.
This has been unknown and uncloned, and I'm okay.
No, it's hard to do.
Yeah,
that's why a professional does it.
I could do Vegeta's voice instead.
Oh yeah.
This has been Unknown and Uncloned, and I've been a co-host Julian Wilson, aka the Prince of All Nothing. Just kidding.
Along with me, Rich, and
Lou Christie.
And Trunks is here too. Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay. Oh my gosh, the noises in the game when you get hit.
Inside jokes all day.
Buster
all right.
Oh my. Buster Cannon! Burning attack! I can't go on and on. All right.
All right, guys.
All right, so have all of you please share your energy with us on this Dragon Ball Z episode. And let's create just a spirit time capsule.
Just saying.
Just saying. You know what? I need to end it. No, that's it. Peace.
Peace out.
Just saying.
Your peace, guys.